Our second speech this evening, ladies and gentlemen, pathway 14, will be evaluated by able Toastmaster Will Barker. Could you please share with us the objectives of that speech?
Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this presentation is to develop a collection of humorous stories. It is a path of engaging humour. It is level 2 and it is project 1. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Will. For a time of 5 to 7 minutes, Mr. Timekeeper, speaking to the title of My Brother, Tiger van Rensburg. My Brother, Tiger van Rensburg. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Allan Jevon.
Mr. Toastmaster, my brother, Tiger van Rensburg. He was a man larger than life. He was 10 years my senior. To me, he was the strongest person I've ever known, till today, quite frankly. He was someone that cared. He was someone that nurtured friendships. He was someone that protected his family. But he was also someone that loved the game of rugby. He was involved in professional rugby, playing physically, for 48 years. You will not believe it. That's like, equates to running the Comrades Marathon at the age of 85. He played rugby. As a youngster at school, he represented the Free State, and in later years, he represented the Western Transvaal province, played more than 100 games for them. And later on, he also ran out for the Blue Bulls, playing a few games. And the reason he achieved that is because he was committed to the game. He really loved the game, and he wanted to make sure that he plays it to the best of his ability. Now, Warren wasn't someone that felt pain. Put it this way, he never showed it. He was invited to Springbok trials, and he went. But his arm was broken.
Sure.
They had long jerseys, long sleeve jerseys those days, but he went. He never felt pain. And that you could see in the way that he used to enter the rucks on the rugby field. He would go in the engine room, and the way people were revered for him, they were scared of him. He is credited for the saying, to steal a punch. I visited the Webster's dictionary, and it's physically there. It was my brother who came up with it. Now, there was a time that he was involved in making the game better. And he did that in a way that it impacted on other people's lives. So way back in the 70s, there was no television, there was a referee. And referees don't have eyes in the back of their heads. my brother used to love to steal a punch here and there. In any event, he was also someone that impacted my life. Because other than the referee, there was also the press. And the Sunday press would always run these stories about what my brother got up to on the Saturday. And I remember I was a first year student at Tucky's, lived in the residence there, Taibos. And as a first year, I was taken to task and brought to book for his actions. This would either be 20 sit-ups or push-ups, recite the manifesto of Taibos on Church Square, or sacrifice my proteins at supper. Oh, shame. You can't say that, just look at me. In any event, he really got up to a lot of mischief. He would do off-ball stuff. I remember one of those press articles saying that my brother had tackled the referee. According to him, it was accidental. But the referee couldn't complete the match. So he had to physically be replaced. And these press articles and the like eventually got around. And as a result, the administrators at provincial level imposed a sanction on him. It said he's not allowed to play rugby for the next 3 months, not allowed to be involved with rugby, which he accepted for a day. You won't believe, he signed up to play rugby at a 3rd division club at a neighbouring town. He disguised himself by growing a beard to here, shaving all his hair off, and called himself Tiger van Rensburg. Now this 3rd division club, they were extremely happy because someone that is so good at the game really helped them. And they started winning games. And they started winning games to such an extent that they eventually applied to the provincial administrators, please, won't you promote us to the 2nd division? And obviously they came to investigate and realized that, oops, he's actually not Tiger from Rensburg. Later in life, he was in Pretoria Rugby Club. He was the chairman, the coach, the chief selector. He was also the rugby captain of the first team that played in the Carlton League. And I have to tell the story, and I know I'm out of time, but they were playing at this match, and a youngster who was the fly-off kept kicking the ball away. And my brother went up to him and said, listen, we can't play rugby if we don't have the ball. Please don't kick it away. What did he do? Next time they got past the ball, he kicked it away. Warren immediately walked over to him and said, I'm not happy with that. He punched him, then he went staggering and fell on his backside a couple of meters away. And the referee, when he saw this, screeched on his whistle and said, looking for his red card. My brother said to the ref, this is a domestic issue. Doesn't matter. So, ladies and gentlemen, there were so many stories that I have to tell about my brother. We lost him a couple of years ago. But there's life memories that really stay with us. And I trust that in a few weeks to come, I'll be able to share some more of those stories with you. Mr. Tasman.